Good morning, students. In previous class, we have discussed gametogenesis, which includes spermatogenesis and oogenesis. We have studied various mechanisms, how the sperm formation was there and how the ovum is formed. Now, in this class, we will discuss regarding fertilization. My dear students, there are so many key questions pertaining to gametogenesis, such as follicular atresia. Another important question is that what is vitellogenesis? What are the stages in which the oogenesis is arrested, and why the oogenesis is arrested? What is pre-vitellogenesis, and what are the significant changes that is occurring in pre-vitellogenesis? What is polar body and how it is formed? What are the significance of the polar body? All are the essential concepts in gametogenesis. I have given you the assignment. Please go through that and ask me question in any other class. We will going to discuss all these key aspects of gametogenesis. Another thing is that why the primary, how many number of primary oocytes are entering into the secondary oocyte, and when the secondary oocyte is converted into ovum, what is oocyte and what is the difference between oocyte and ovum? All these key concepts are there. You ask me through personal contact number and also the WhatsApp groups which is framed by the college. Now, today we have taken another interesting topic, that is fertilization, that is coming under human development. So, what do you mean by fertilization? First question is that what do you mean by fertilization and why it is so essential? The process of fusion of haploid gametes so as to produce diploid zygote is called fertilization. You know, gametes are haploid. As the gametes are haploid, the diploid chromosome number is to be restored. So, in this process of fertilization, there will be fusion of the haploid gamete so as to restore diploid set of chromosome, as in case of the zygote. That is what known as fertilization. So, if I will write fusion of haploid gametes so as to form diploid zygote. Now, where the fertilization occurs? You see, whenever the ovum is released at secondary oocyte stage, it is not known as ovum whenever it is released, although it has been written in some books it is ovum, but in secondary oocyte stage the ovum is released. Now, after it is released by the action of the fimbriae, by ciliary action of the fallopian tube, it is coming to the ampullary region. ओव्युलेशन पर सेकेंडरी oocyte जो बाहरिला जो अच्छी आमर इनफंडिबुलम फैलोपियन ट्यूब जो फिंगर जो अपर डायलेटेड पार्ट जो फनेल शेप पार्ट कहती इनफंडिबुलम से सब फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शन अच्छी जहाँ कहती फिम्ब्री, एंड बाय द फिम्ब्री एक्शन ऑफ फिम्ब्री एंड by the action of cilia present in the lining of the fallopian tube, it is coming to the ampullary region, and there in the ampullary region of the fallopian tube it waits for the sperm to arrive. So, where fertilization takes place? That is taking place in ampullary region. ampullary region of fallopian tube. Okay. The idea of fertilization was first given by A.V. Leeuwenhoek. A.V. Leeuwenhoek. A.V. Leeuwenhoek was a great scientist, and he was having so many contribution in biological science. So, in very early time, the idea of fertilization was given by A.V. Leeuwenhoek. Okay. Now, you see, fertilization, before going to mechanism of fertilization, we have to understand what are the types of fertilization. Now, we will study on types of fertilization or kinds of fertilization. Kinds of fertilization. See, fertilization is divisible into so many types according to so many criteria. First of all, according to medium of fertilization. Fertilization is divisible into two types. One is external fertilization and the second one is internal fertilization. According to medium, fertilization is divisible into two types, that is external fertilization and second one is internal fertilization. Internal fertilization. What is external fertilization? If fertilization occurs, in those cases, fertilization occurs outside the body of the female, that is called external. Some organism producing ovum or egg outside, some are releasing the sperm outside, and in outside, out of the body of female, will be union of male and female gamete, that is what known as external fertilization. Again, as for the water medium, external fertilization is of two types, may be in fresh water or may be in marine water. Are you following my point, Chetanshu? If fresh water is a medium, that is called fresh water fertilization. If sea water will be the medium, that will be known as marine water fertilization. So, external fertilization again divisible into two types, that is fresh water fertilization, fresh water, and then second one is marine water. Okay. Marine water fertilization. Now, if the fertilization occurs within the intrasomatic body fluid of the female, माने सौम्य कोष भितर बॉडी फ्लूइड, फीमेल बॉडी फ्लूइड भितर, if the fertilization occurs within the intrasomatic body fluid of the female, that will be known as internal fertilization, as in case of the higher organisms. Higher organism, higher vertebrates, fertilization occurs within the body of the female. In case of the human being, man is not producing male gamete to outside, female is not producing ovum to outside, and fertilization is not taking place in sea water or fresh water. Within the female body, fertilization, as we have told, we have discussed, it takes place in the ampullary region of the fallopian tube. So, that is what internal fertilization is all about. Secondly, second criteria में देखिबा according to number of sperm. According to number of sperm, sperm involvement अनुसारे fertilization is divisible into two types. One is called monospermy, second one is known as polyspermy. Or you can say monospermic fertilization and then polyspermic fertilization. Monospermy means one sperm fertilizes one ovum, It is very easy from the term itself. Mono means one, spermy sperm, one sperm fertilizes one ovum, that is called monospermy or monospermic fertilization. Then what is polyspermy? Yes, Shubham, can you answer polyspermy? Chetanshu, tell me what is polyspermy? Many sperm, you might be thinking many sperm fertilizes one ovum. If many sperm fertilizes one ovum, then the set of the chromosome may increase. Suppose, for example, 2 sperm fertilizes one ovum, then n plus n plus n, 3n chromosome will be there. How it is possible? It is not possible. All human being is having 2n set of chromosome. So what is the meaning of polyspermy? Normally, whenever this question is asked, most of the students confused. If one sperm fertilizes one ovum, that is called monospermy, and students are telling that if many sperm fertilizes one ovum, that is called polyspermy. Not like that. It is not like that. Many sperm approaches to the ovum. Also more than one sperm enters through the ovum, but one nucleus, one will mix up and other will disintegrate and degenerates in the ooplasm. Are you following my point? Sometimes it happens more than one may enters into the ovum, but in the ooplasm one will fertilize and the rest will degenerates, my dear. That will degenerate within the ooplasm. Only one, that is why diploid set of chromosome is restored. This is to remember polyspermic fertilization and monospermic fertilization. Okay. Now we will proceed to requirements. We have already studied what is fertilization, introductory aspect. Then we have studied what are the types of fertilization according to two criteria. One criterion is according to the medium. Second criterion is according to number of sperm. Now we will see what are the basic requirement of fertilization. One student asked me, sir, one of the basic requirement is male and female. Male and female obviously required. गोटे पिला कहला गोटे मेल दरकार फीमेल दरकार obviously in sexual mode of reproduction male and female is required. That is not our point of discussion. What are the basic requirement of fertilization? So see, under basic requirement, basic requirements of fertilization. Number one, medium of fertilization. Second requirement, number of spore should be higher. Number three, time of fertilization. Time of fertilization. Number four, species specificity. Species specificity. Let us discuss one by one. Let us discuss one by one. Number one, I have written here, that is medium of fertilization. Try to understand what is the medium of fertilization. As we have discussed, a medium is required, whether fresh water or marine water or intrasomatic body fluid of the female. Are you following my point, Shivani? Fresh water, marine water or intrasomatic body fluid of the female. Fertilization is not taking place in air. Sperm will move in air, ovum will move in air and they will fertilize in air. A baby will not develop in the air. Okay? That is by fresh water or marine water or within the body fluid. That is one of the most important requirement. Second one is number of sperm. What is number of sperm? Number of sperm should be higher. You see, release of semen from the sexual organ is known as ejaculation. Release of semen into the vagina of female is known as insemination. During insemination, how much semen is released? 2.5 to 4 ml semen is released, and it is containing about 300 millions of sperm. Female reproductive system रे semen टा release हुआ process को कहते हैं insemination, and during insemination about 300 millions of sperms are released. Why the number of sperms are higher? If the semen is not having the sperm, that is called azoospermia. We have discussed in the production, azoospermia. If the semen is having 5 or 10 sperm, suppose, very few quantity of sperm, that is called oligospermia. Oligo means few quantity of sperm. And if few quantity of sperms will be there, that is not about to fertilize. If 5 sperms are there in the semen, by the time when the sperm migrates within the female reproductive system, they will be destroyed. Will they fertilize? No, nobody will remain. No sperm will remain up to the tube. So number of sperms should be higher. You see, number of sperms should be higher. To ensure successful fertilization, number of sperms should be higher. Next, time of fertilization. You see, the time period of the ovum. Ovum ro time period hochi 1 to 2 days. It is surviving for 1 to 2 days. Now the sperm remains alive. The sperms remain alive for about 2 to 3 days. For 72 hours and 48 hours. Within that particular period, the sperm will fertilize the ovum. The sperm will not fertilize the ovum after 1 year. Human gestation period will not increase to 2 years. So within that particular period, ovum ro lifespan 1 to 2 days, sperm ro 2 to 3 days. Within that particular period, fertilization occurs. Okay, time factor is very important. Okay, that time of fertilization, time factor. Species specificity, another important requirement. Species specificity means this one type of sperm or the sperm of a species will fertilize the ovum of same species. The sperm of ant will not fertilize the ovum of elephant. The sperm of ant, my point of saying is that one type of sperm will fertilize the ovum belonging to that same species. Species specificity. The sperm of the ants will not fertilize the ovum of the elephant. In joke I am telling, that means compatibility should be there. How the compatibility will be established, we will discuss in mechanism. My dear students, so I think that you have understood this thing, basic requirement. Now more importantly we will come to mechanism of fertilization. So till now we have discussed what is fertilization, what are the kinds of fertilization, and then what are the basic requirements of fertilization. Now most important aspect of fertilization is that mechanism of fertilization. Mechanism तार कौन एटा मन रखा पड़ो तुमको केमिति fertilization हैला. How the sperm is fertilizing the ovum, I have drawn the diagram, but I have not labeled it. In the process of discussion, I will label that diagram. Okay. So mechanism, under the mechanism of fertilization, you see, first one is encounter of spermatozoa to ova. I have listed the mechanism under 5 headings. I mean, 5टा heading रे मु list करछि about the mechanism of fertilization. I am discussing one by one. mechanism of fertilization. Now in mechanism of fertilization, first concept will be encounter of spermatozoa to ovum. Okay. What is encounter? Encounter means, you know, whenever there is any criminal activity, the police is encountering the criminals, hardcore criminals. They are allowed to run, and from the back side these are encountered. Here it is synonymous, but not exactly. After being released inside the female genital tract, the sperms encounter the ova. Sperm ta gode ovum, which is there in the fallopian tube. Ovum is there in the ampullary region of fallopian tube. Taku challa sperm. As I have told you, release of sperm into the vagina of female. What is that known as? Insemination. Release of semen into the vagina of female is known as insemination. And how much semen is released? 2.5, say 2.5 to 4 ml. This is approximation. 2.5 to 4 ml. And how much sperm it contain? About 300 million. 300 million. At what velocity the sperm, what speed the sperm is passing through the female genital tract? About 1.5 to 3 mm per minute. Okay. And what is the time required for capacitation? I will tell what is capacitation later on. That is 5 to 6 hours. Okay. All these are basic terms. Now, whenever sperms are released into the female genital tract, that process is known as insemination. After being released, the sperms invades or approaches towards the fallopian tube at a speed of 1.5 to 3 millimeter per minute. And how much sperm is there in a ejaculation? That is about 300 million. 300 millions of sperms are contained within 2.5 to 4 ml of semen. Now, what is the time required for capacitation? That is 5 to 6 hours. What is capacitation? I will tell you later on in this discussion. Already you have studied capacitor in physics, but this is capacitation, something different. Okay? What is capacitation? I will tell you. 5 to 6 hours. So, first step of fertilization, look at the diagram. This is ovum and these are the sperms. Male gamete sperm, and this process, step 1, encounter of spermatozoa to ovum. This is the first step. पहले यहाँ हूँ प्रथम स्टेप डायग्राम करछि जो 5टा स्टेप मेकानिजम मु कहया को जाउछि तार प्रथम स्टेप डायग्राम मु एठी करछि. You see number of sperms are approaching towards ovum, which is there in the ampullary region of the fallopian tube. Are you getting me? What I mean to say? Number of sperms are approaching 300 to 400 millions of sperm. Now, out of 300 millions of sperms, one question is that whether all are surviving? All will never survive, because sperms are having a very difficult task going to the fallopian tube. Everywhere there is competition. In human population there is competition. We are competing against the coronavirus nowadays. That is why we are here and you are listening to me. Competition is in form of food. Similarly, competitions are there among the sperms as well. Everywhere the competition is there. Out of 300 millions of sperm, only 1 to 10% of sperms will reach at the fallopian tube. What about the others? Others will simply die. They will destroyed. How they are destroyed? They are destroyed by the vaginal fluid, which is acidic. They are destroyed by the phagocytic cells, which are present within the vagina. These are destroyed by the macrophages. Okay, that is why the sperms, majority of sperms are destroyed within female reproductive tract. My dear students, female reproductive tract is not a easier passage for sperm. That is why when less number of sperms are produced, majority of sperms are destroyed. If less number of sperms are produced, then what will happen? The chance of fertilization will be minimized because they will destroyed. Now that is what encounter of spermatozoa to ovaries. बर्तमान sperm गुड़ा encounter कला, insemination परे से move कला, encounter कला. Now second point under mechanism is capacitation and contact. Capacitation and contact. So in previous class, just before this session, we are studying capacitor of a conductor, what madam told to you. Now this is another concept, capacitation. What capacitation means? Now look at the second diagram. Here I have drawn the diagram of capacitation and contact. Now see, the process of acquiring the capacity of sperm, process of acquiring the capacity of sperm to fertilize the ovum, to fertilize the ovum is called capacitation. Are you getting me? The sperms will develop the capacity to fertilize the ovum. How it will develop the capacity? Sperm ta kemiti capacity gain kariya fertilize kariya pai? The coating substance of the acrosome. In previous class we have studied sperm is having a conical head like structure containing acrosome. And that acrosome of the sperm contain what type of enzyme? One is hyaluronidase. Hyaluronidase. Second one is zona lysine, or you can say acrosine. Third one is corona penetrating enzyme, CPE. Now when this sperm is approaching towards ovum, it will develop some capacity to fertilize the ovum. That is what known as capacitation. The process of readiness that sperms will develop in order to fertilize, in order to make the ability to fertilize the ovum is called capacitation. How it will capacitized? How it will get that readiness? The coating substance on the acrosome will be removed and then the acrosome gets exposed. You see, in acrosome sperm head, so many important enzymes are there. And why these enzymes are so important? Because hyaluronidase, this is one of the enzyme. It will dissolve the hyaluronic acid on the ovum cortical membrane. Another enzyme, zona lysine or acrosine, that will dissolve the zona pellucida, membrane of the ovum. Another corona penetrating enzyme that will dissolve the corona radiata of the ovum. That is why sperm acrosome contain these enzymes. And the coating substance on the acrosome will be removed. The vaginal fluid of the female helps in the movement of the sperm. You know sperm is having a tail and tail is having the lashing movement. Tail la gote lashing movement hochi. Female reproductive tract जो vaginal fluid अच्छी, that will help in the movement of sperm. If that vaginal fluid become thick, the sperm will not fertilize. In another class, we will discuss what are the contraceptive will make the vaginal fluid thick. So, vaginal fluid, another hormone you have studied, prostaglandin. Prostaglandin is present in semen, which is causing uterine contraction and relaxation, so that sperm passage will be easier. And my dear student, that is what called capacitation. That is the driving force. How the sperm is approaching towards the female reproductive system. One is prostaglandin. Second one is coating substance on the acromion is removed. Vaginal fluid assists the swimming sperm. In this way, the sperm is approaching. So, after it is going to ovum, it is requiring 5 to 6 hours for capacitation. Now, 5 ରୁ 6 ଘଣ୍ଟା ପରେ ସ୍ପର୍ମଟା ପହଞ୍ଚିଲା ଓଭମ୍ ପାଖରେ. ଓକେ, ତ 1 to 10% ସ୍ପର୍ମ ପିଲେ ମୁଁ କହିଛି ସେ ପହଞ୍ଚିଲା, ପହଞ୍ଚି ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟଲି ପଶିଗଲାଣି, ସିଏ କ'ଣ କରୁଛି ଚାରିକଡ଼ ରହିଲା ଏମିତି ଦେଖ. All are destroying 1 to 10% of sperm or minimum sperms will reach at the ovum and then it surrounds the ovum. And here there is a term that is called agglutination. That is called agglutination. Agglutination माने चारिपट रही कि जमा clumping हो गला. The clumping भी कहती, it will fuse. It will adheres to the membrane of the ovum. Now second step is over. Now third step I will tell, that is acrosome reaction and penetration. Acrosome reaction and penetration. ये गोटे इंपोर्टाट जिनस पे कहि जो स्पर्म जानला चिन्हला तार ओभम केमती चिन्हिब. Already I told you specificity. The sperm of that species will recognize the ovum of same species. How the sperm of one species will recognize the ovum of same species? There is a chemical reaction, chemotaxis. The ovum cortical membrane contain one of the chemical called fertilizin. And the sperm acrosome contain one acidic substance that is called antifertilizin. Okay? Ovum ro cortical membrane ने गोटे अच्छी fertilizin. Sperm रो acrosome रो अच्छी antifertilizin. तारे चिन्हा चिन्ह हेबे. Sperm ovum चिन्ह होसी तब. This sperm will recognize this is my ovum. Okay? That is called specificity or chemotaxis. तापरे से लागिला है कि इडा हला agglutination. Now see, out of all the sperms, one will fertilize. Polyspermy is prevented. More than one sperm is not fertilizing. So what will happen? Whenever that 1 to 10% sperms reach at the ovum, how one will fertilize? Already we have studied sperm acrosome contain enzyme, sperm lysine. Now the region of the ovum in the animal pole. The region of the ovum in the animal pole where the sperm attaches to ovum, okay, that is having a conical projection called fertilization cone. That cone is called fertilization cone. जो region ने sperm टा लागिला animal pole जान च कही थी polar body जो पटे बाहर ovum रे ताको animal pole कहती, opposite टा vegetal pole. तो जो region ने sperm गोटे attachment हैला सेटा कहती fertilization cone or you can say cone of reception. तुम जो कौन से फंक्शन को जाऊच पछुआटिया डेई पड़ोच कि गोटे रिसेप्शन कोन बड़े रिसेप्शन बड़े जाऊच लिखाई तो रिसेप्शन. Similarly, sperm is having a particular movement. The region of the ovum where the sperm enters through it bulges out. Okay? Forming a conical bulge that is called cone of reception, particularly it occurs at the animal pole. Now, only the content of head and middle piece enters into the ovum, but the tail is discarded. You see, tail is not about to enter through the ovum. The main purpose of tail is to swim within the vaginal fluid and reach at the ovum. So, tail is discarded. for the content of head and the middle piece, this will enters through the ovum at the animal pole. When it is entering the region head and middle piece enters through the ovum, what next it will be? The cortical granule, you know, ovum is having granules at the cortex. There are small vesicles containing mucopolysaccharides. आर क्लास रे पढ़ी आम जो आम कॉर्टेक्स अच्छी ओवम रो आउटर रीजन दैट इज कंटेनिंग lots of granule containing mucopolysaccharides, and these granules releases and deposited somewhat in between. This is zona pellucida, this is plasma membrane. Okay, so it is deposited in between that, and then it becomes very hard. It con formation करे, that is called fertilization membrane. Fertilization membrane. बुझी पार तो अलरेडी तुमको कहली जो स्पर्मटा गला स्पर्म को रिजनटा ओवम भितर एंटर कला कंटेंट ऑफ हेड एंड मिडिल पीस, बिकॉज हेड इज कंटेनिंग न्यूक्लियस. न्यूक्लियस टा बहुत इंपोर्टेंट बिकॉज फॉर द फ्यूजन ऑफ क्रोमोसोम न्यूक्लियस इंपोर्टेंट. आ गोटे मन रखता the mitochondria of the ovum is useful within itself, that is maternal in origin, not so much significant. Sperm is not mitochondria which is used by the ovum itself is maternal in origin, that means it is of ovum. Now say after entering, when sperm enters ovum, the cortical granule, cortex जो granule अच्छी that diffuses out and fuses and in between somewhat in between plasma membrane and ZP, zona pellucida, and that form fertilizer membrane. Why the fertilizer membrane is formed? In order to prevent polyspermy. आउ गोटे स्पर्म एंटर करिवो नाही, एटा हार्ड हे जिवो, हार्ड हे गले आउ गोटे स्पर्म ता भितर एंटर करिवो नाही. ओके, नाउ से ये स्पर्म ता एंटर कला ओवम भितर एंटर कला दुईटा एक्सिस रे एंटर कला. देखो प्रथम गला जेतबेले स्पर्म ता ओवम भितर पसी गला एंटर करि सारला ताको न्यूक्लियस कहंतिनी. गामेटिक न्यूक्लियस आर नोन एज प्रोन्यूक्लियस. नाउ सी दिस न्यूक्लियस इज कॉल्ड मेल प्रोन्यूक्लियस. स्पर्म रो न्यूक्लियस को कहंती मेल प्रोन्यूक्लियस. नाउ हियर द न्यूक्लियस इज कॉल्ड ओवम प्रोन्यूक्लियस. एटे वेसिकुलर हे जाय, एटा कहंती फीमेल प्रोन्यूक्लियस. सी फीमेल pronucleus. Okay, male pronucleus, female pronucleus, that these are not known as nucleus after being entered. Now the male pronucleus takes two pathway in order to reach the female pronucleus. First of all, initial path is called penetration path, and second pathway is called copulation path. Penetration path, second path is called copulation path. So male pronucleus takes two pathway in order to reach at the female pronucleus. Okay, now here two important questions will arise, first block and second block. Let me tell you what is first block. Whenever one sperm enters, then there will be depolarization. ये प्रोसेस को बोलते हैं depolarization, because of the sodium ion there will be depolarization of the membrane of the ovum, so that another sperm will not enter. That is called first block. And when the cortical granule, how the cortical granules will release? Secondly, when the calcium ion enters into it, then the cortical granules will be deposited, and then further the polyspermy will be prevented. That is known as second block. You have to remember two block. Due to sodium ion, first block, another sperm will not enter. Secondly, due to release of cortical granule which is deposited forming fertilization membrane, another sperm will not enter. That is called second block. Due to two block, another sperm will not enter. Now after that, the last process is called amphimixis, or you can say karyogamy. Karyogamy. Karyo, you know, karyon, nucleus, gamy. Okay, amphimixis. Amphimixis कौन? After that, the male pronucleus fuses with the female pronucleus. The process of fusion of male and female pronucleus to produce gametic nucleus is called amphimixis. The process of fusion of male and female pronuclei to produce gametic nucleus is called amphimixis. Dita मिसिगला. They come closer. Male pronucleus, female pronucleus. देखो male pronucleus, female pronucleus. ता भीतर कम आसला पाखु आसला. आर न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन डिजल्व हो गला. तार क्रोमोजोम टा मिक्स हो गला. ओके क्रोमोजोम मिक्स होला पर केते एन क्रोमोजोम एन गामेट जो मेल प्रोन्यूक्लियस थिला केते क्रोमोजोम थिला एन हला एन फीमेल प्रोन्यूक्लियस रे केते क्रोमोजोम थिला एन तो एन एन फ्यूजेस टू प्रोड्यूस 2n हला तो डिप्लॉयड सेट ऑफ क्रोमोजोम इज रिस्टोर्ड दे विल कम क्लोजर the male and female pronuclei come closer their nuclear membrane disappears the chromosome gets mixed up and the process of fusion of male and female pronuclei is called amphimixis. Find it, two things, process of fusion of male gamete, female gamete, fertilization, process of fusion of male and female pronuclei, that is called amphimixis. That is the main difference. So dear students, my perception is that you have understood the thing what I mean to tell, what I told regarding the mechanism of fertilization. You understood this? If in doubt, you will ask me. But lastly, we will discuss just 5 minutes significance. What are the significance of fertilization? Fertilization of महत्व कौन? Why it is so significant? Number 1. Fertilization restore the diploid set of chromosome. Fertilization द्वारा diploid chromosome restore हुए NN to N. Second, the maternal and paternal chromosome get mixed up. Maternal origin mother, father get mixed up due to mixing of maternal and paternal chromosome that will brings about variation and that is having a great role in organic evolution. Noah species formation of sexual reproduction would important point कौन? Noah species. Okay. Third one, the ovum get metabolically activated when it is fertilized by the sperm for further embryonic development. Fourth one, the centriole donated by the sperm to ovum. Ovum is not having its centriole of its own. So how the further development occurs? Donation of centriole is there from the sperm to ovum. You know, तार जो नेक रीजन में सेंट्रियोल थिला को सेंट्रियोल दा प्रोक्सिमल सेंट्रियोल. Next, the sex of the baby at the time of fertilization. Genetics से पहले पढ़िबो X bearing sperm combines with X bearing ovum, that will be a female child. X bearing ovum combines with Y bearing sperm, that will be a male child. Okay. Who is responsible for male or female, boy or girl? If somebody will be responsible, that is father, not mother, because father is producing two kinds of sperm and mother is having only one type of ovum, but always mother is to blame. Okay? So sex is determined at the time of fertilization. Another one, this copulation path, जो sperm of male pronucleus दीटा pathway रे गला, copulation path टा कौन करे determine the axis of cleavage. तापर जाइगोटा डिवाइड कर जो 2 cell 4 cell 8 cell हबो एक्सिस डिटरमाइन करिवो. अनदर वन, ड्यू टू फॉर्मेशन ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन मेम्ब्रेन पॉलीस्पर्म इज प्रिवेंटेड. जेहेतु फर्टिलाइजेशन मेम्ब्रेन हला आ गुडे स्पर्म एंटर करिवो नाही. ओके, सो दीज आर सर्टेन सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन. फर्टिलाइजेशन गुरुत्वपूर्ण भूमिका होचे या. These are certain significance. Why fertilization is so many important in case of multicellular organism. Okay, and in previous class we have studied development of organism started from the time of fertilization up to parturition, but before that we have studied gametogenesis, then fertilization. Now the real development started among the organisms, among the metazoans. Okay, just have a recap of all those things in your slide. Here what we have discussed, just recap that. What is fertilization? I told you idea of fertilization was given by Leeuwenhoek, and it is taking place in ampullary junction, ampullary ischemic junction, or you can say ampullary region. Process of introducing semen is called insemination. Then according to medium, you can see in your slide external, internal, according to number of sperm, monospermy and polyspermy. Now what are the basic requirement of fertilization? I told you fluid medium, then time factor, okay, time factor, number of sperms should be higher. Then I told you species, specificity. तापर मु पांचटा स्टेप कहली, एनकाउंटर ऑफ स्पर्माटोजोआ टू ओवम, स्पर्म टा अप्रोच कला ओवम को. सेकेंड स्टेप आई टोल्ड यू कैपेसिटेशन एंड कांटेक्ट, स्पर्म रेडीनेस को कहते कैपेसिटेशन, तो चेंजेस हुए. थर्ड आई टोल्ड यू एक्रोजोम रिएक्शन एंड पेनिट्रेशन, एंजाइम एक्रोजोम प्रोड्यूस होला. फोर्थ आई टोल्ड यू एक्टिवेशन ऑफ ओवम, दिस फोर्थ डायग्राम बिलोंग्स टू एक्टिवेशन ऑफ ओवम. एंड फिफ्थ वन आई टोल्ड यू एम्फिमिक्सिस और कैरियोगामी. So already I have told you how sperm encounters the ovum, okay. Now how capacitation takes place, you know, fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction proposed by F.R. Lilly, गोटे साइंटिस्ट ताको 1914 मसीह प्रपोज कले, F.R. Lilly. I told you how chemotaxis is established because of anti-fertilizing reaction causing agglutination. Then I told you acrosome contain enzyme that dissolves through the help in dissolving sperm head and middle piece into the ovum, okay, acrosomal reaction penetration. Now after entering the ovum is metabolically active, okay, activation of ovum. Then amphimixis, fusion of male and female pronuclei to produce zygotic nucleus. Now the mother is said to be pregnant when the male and female pronuclei fuses. Now the diagram is not so visible. Look at my diagram which I have been drawn. Okay. Okay, this is the diagram. The diagram looks little hazy, but try to understand the diagram. All those diagram I have drawn here, this is there in the screen, process of fertilization, penetration path and copulation path. And then lastly we have discussed regarding significance of fertilization. So dear students, I think you have understood the thing, and if any doubt, ask me question. You are free to ask me any question. There are so many critical questions likely to be appear in council and in entrance. Hopefully we will discuss after 2 or 3 sessions, we will discuss some of the very important question which will be likely to be asked in the examination. Okay, thank you all. We will